Every year in the NFL, it's a new team. As far as goals go, we have one. Putting a f***ing ring on our finger.
Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer Podcast. This is Ralph Phillips.
I'm Molly Bay.
You know, I think our new goal for the year is just not get beat by crappy teams. You know, what in the world? How we have lost? Okay, we just lost to the 3-7 Browns.
Mm-hmm. That we had 2 weeks to prepare for.
That we had 2 weeks to prepare for them. They've got 3 good players: Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, Davion Clowney, and
Miles Garrett.
Yeah, you know. So how hard is that? Let's see. We've lost to the 2-4 Steelers, the 1-5 Panthers, and the 3-7 Browns. Oh my God! You know, and I want to say that these teams have played their best games against us, and it might be true. But is it more just we just play down to their level? I don't know, man. This is. I thought we had turned a corner. Mm-hmm. I thought after that Seattle, you know, we beat the Rams. Mm-hmm. It was more the Rams screwed up really bad, but then we were like the Rams today, or against the Browns. That's what it reminded me of. How the Rams played against us. But I thought after that Seattle game, I thought we were back, man. I thought we were back. We were physical. We were hitting big plays. We were doing the right things. We didn't have a single missed tackle.
Well, this game, I thought we had it until that fourth quarter.
There was not a point in this game where I felt threatened until right at the end. Mm-hmm. Right at the end, when we got the ball with 2 minutes left, I think it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, and we ran off 17 seconds, punted the ball, crappy punt. They get the ball in our territory, march down the field, score a touchdown, tied the game up. And then I was like, we're going to lose this game. We are going to lose to the Browns with a scrub quarterback. Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what happened. I still, you know, on Twitter and all through the media today, they've been like, oh, the timeouts, the play calling was pick your poison. Who do you want to be mad at today? Right. And we just rewatched the game, and I can't tell you. No. I have no idea what happened.
No.
It's just, that's been the whole season.
Yes. To me, it seems like they just wanted it more than we did. And at the end, we just collapsed. We basically just gave it to them.
Yeah. That's how it felt.
You know, it was like that. We were like, let's just go home. This is too much trouble. It's overtime. Bleh. You know, but, I mean,
to be fair, they were in Cleveland. I get it. Like, let's leave.
It's hard. It was really hard. It was really hard. We didn't play bad up until 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. We were up 17-10. 17-10 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. We get the...
Yeah, it felt like we had it. Like we were stopping them, you know.
Our defense was doing good. Mm-hmm. We'd had 4 sacks on the day.
We were up a touchdown.
Yeah. All we had to do was run the clock out. Mm-hmm. Did they have 3 timeouts? Yeah, they had all 3 of their timeouts left. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. We were backed up. I think we started about the 10-yard line, somewhere like that, because we got a block in the back penalty, which I think was crap. We'll see on the All-22, but from what I saw on the broadcast, it was not a block in the back. But we started on the 10. First play, we rush. Mm-hmm. Got a couple yards, something like that. They called a timeout. And then the second play, we run a pass. But it was screwed up because Brady and White almost run into each other. Rashad White. And then Brady just throws it out to Mike Evans. It didn't look like Mike Evans was ready for it. He could have caught it if he would have been paying attention. There was something wrong with Mike yesterday. I don't know what was going on with him.
It's been all season.
Well, he was walking, and every time I saw him on the broadcast, he was breathing like he was really concentrating on breathing. Like he was going, just like walking around. It's like he was having rib issues or something. I don't know. I don't know. That's how I am with this team all year long. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. I mean, but it's not just us. It's the whole damn league. I mean, look at that. Look. Okay, at the beginning of the year, if you would have said that the Rams, Colts, Raiders, Broncos, Packers, and Buccaneers would all have losing records in Week 12, nobody would have believed you.
No.
Nobody would have believed you. What is going on?
Well, we got some explanation with the Packers. They're saying he's got a broken thumb.
Yeah.
Since Week 5.
It might.
So let's blame that.
His time with the Packers is probably over.
He can come to the Buccaneers. Let's do it. I mean, not that I'm trying to get rid of. Yes. If we can keep Brady, yes. Keep Brady. I don't think that's going to happen. But
oh my gosh! Yeah, only 7 of the 16 NFC teams have a record above 500.
As of right now, I think all 4 teams from the NFC East are going to the playoffs.
Yes, that could happen.
So one division has 4 playoff spots. I mean,
this year is so damn weird.
It is weird.
Oh God, who saw the Eagles being? What are they? 10-1, 9-1, 10-1? It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And how did we go from being the highest scoring offense to the worst scoring offense? I think Denver Broncos are worse than us. Only team.
And they're just a dumpster fire.
Oh my God. Who saw that coming?
I know.
Man.
It looks like they all hate Russell Wilson.
I think everybody
Did you see that defensive lineman yell at him yesterday?
No, I heard about it though.
I don't know. Something weird's going on there.
Something weird is going on in the league, man. Don't know. But yeah, we played well to a degree. I mean, our 3 and outs were an issue. We just could not get off the field on third down. I think we had, I want to say 13 possessions all the way up through overtime, and over half of them were 3 and outs. Well, how is this?
It didn't feel that bad during the game.
Rewatching it didn't. But during the broadcast on Sunday, I was sitting. I felt it. I was like, why do we keep going 3 and out? This is aggravating. The first drive we did good. The first drive they did good. And then things started bogging down a little bit.
Well, I thought earlier in the season it was 3 and out constantly. We could not get anything going. Yeah. This time, we had a score in each of the first 3 quarters. So even if there were times when we went 3 and out, it didn't feel as dismal. Maybe it's because we were putting points on the board.
That makes sense. Maybe it was alternating. We'd go 3 and out, and then the next drive we'd score points.
We had a good drive. So it felt different than earlier in the season when we couldn't get any drives going. And now this time we did have some success.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, it's just weird. And, we've got this injury issue plaguing our team. Again, the secondary, second year in a row, secondary's just getting hurt all the time.
I know. You had... SMB was out of the game.
What happened to him? I don't know.
Winfield, he ended up coming back in.
And he's had concussion issues all year.
And then Carlton Davis on that weird play that should have been an interception. He was down, went out, and then came back in. So there was a weird play. Was it during overtime? Where McCollum was out there, Keanu Neal was out there, D. Delaney was out there, and
that was on that big 46-yard pass to Amari Cooper. We had D. Delaney was our deep safety. Neal and McCollum were in, and they ended up running into each other and knocking each other down. And then Carlton Davis slipped and fell down and then got plowed over by Amari Cooper.
We had a lot of
that. It was just
where...
Keystone Cops out there. And what, I don't know what Delaney was doing. He's a deep safety, and he didn't cover the deep man.
He was not deep.
He was, I mean, he eventually showed up, made the tackle, but what was he doing before that?
Right on the 2-yard line.
Yeah. I mean, you know, so that means SMB wasn't out there. Well, Jamel Dean was out there. So SMB wasn't out there. Who else wasn't out there? It was Winfield. So SMB, Winfield.
I think Mike Edwards was there.
I don't think Mike Edwards was. Yeah. Okay. So anyhow, it's just strange. We'll see on the all 22. It was just, if you want to have a screw up, that's not the time to have a screw up. That's why it says, it reminds me of that. We both said this, that the Rams divisional playoff game where it was just like boom, big pass to Cooper Kupp. And you're just like, what? And then come to find out, Levante David was standing there. He was trying to call timeout. He didn't know what was going on. He never moved from his spot. And just, you know, it was just like, what? If you're going to screw up, don't screw up on an important plays like that, you know? I don't know, man.
It was a mess. And, you know, I felt there were other times where it was like Donovan Smith was screwing up. It just, everyone kind of took their turn. And what I've seen again is everyone picking their favorite whipping boy and blaming them. Byron Leftwich, Todd Bowles. I would say Donovan Smith did not have the best game. Made some pretty crucial mistakes, penalties that brought us back, and giving up pressures to Myles Garrett. Yeah.
Well, you know, on that the play where Garrett got that sack in the overtime. Was it overtime? Yes. And it was Donovan Smith's fault. Leverett, who had been helping Donovan Smith all damn day, in rewatching the game, we did have help with Donovan Smith. We had tight ends over there, and Leverett was helping out a lot with him. And Donovan Smith didn't have as hard of a time as I thought he did. But on that play, Leverett didn't block anybody. He could have helped Donovan Smith, but he didn't. But that was just a really good play by Garrett. You know, I mean, he basically was on the ground and reached out and grabbed Brady's ankle and just tripped him up.
And Brady almost got away from it.
Yeah. Brady actually lost his balance. He was walking forward. But that's the thing. Their guys wanted it. Their guys were making plays when it mattered. Our guys weren't. That was the difference in the game. But this is the Browns. A 3-17 team.
It should not be like this.
No.
Oh, God.
No, we should just curb stomp them. I mean, we all knew they were going to run the ball. That's what they do. We all knew they were going to run the ball. What'd they end up with? Like 300 yards rushing on us or something?
It was only 189.
It seemed like it was 300. Chubb got 116.
Yeah.
You know,
on 26 carries.
And we knew, we said this in the preview podcast. So, you know, you got Nick Chubb and you got Amari Cooper. That's it. That's it. That Schwartz guy ended up getting like a 31-yard rushing touchdown on us because of it was just a trick play.
Yeah, it was that tricky. It was a good play.
Yeah, it was a good play.
Well done.
Tryon kind of screwed up on that one. But those are the only two guys you got to worry about. I mean, literally, the only two guys you got to worry about. But what happens? Schwartz scores a touchdown on us. The Njoku scores a touchdown on us.
Oh, God. Can we talk about that touchdown?
Who are these people? Has anybody ever even heard of Schwartz before this game? No. But we didn't even stop Chubb, and we didn't stop Amari Cooper. I mean, we're letting scrubs beat us. I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers, one-win team, beat us. Carolina Panthers, a one-win team, beat us.
With a new coach.
And half their team shipped off to other places. Just what is going on? And it's like Mike Evans. What was going on with Mike Evans? There were two passes that I felt he could have caught if he would have tried. He didn't try. He didn't stick his hand out. You know? And then, there was definitely pass interference on that one where he went up and caught it on the helmet of the guy, and then they ruled it incomplete or that he went out of bounds. And they didn't show the replays. God, the broadcasting was horrible in this. They didn't show the replay on that, so you could see if his feet were inbounds or not. So I don't know if Todd Bowles had different replays or whatever, but we couldn't see the replay. Mm-hmm. So he couldn't challenge if he didn't see it.
Yeah, and to me, there were pictures circulating of that one where it looked like his feet were in bounds, but I don't know if a heel went out. And the angle of that photo, you could not tell.
Right, but that's it. We got one grainy photo that's blown up.
That fans put out, basically.
Yeah. How do we... all the stuff that happened during this game, like White tossing that guy into Wirfs. We didn't get a video of that. We got a long shot of it. There was once where Mason guy got flipped up in the air. Mason had him over his head and body slammed him.
I think that was Leverett. 60.
Was that Leverett?
I think so.
I thought it was Mason. But anyhow, we didn't get a video of that either. They finally went to it and you could see a little bit of it, half of it.
Yeah, they showed it on the broadcast version.
Yeah. There were so many plays that they did not replay or they just didn't show a good replay.
Well, those two guys, I don't know if it's the same guy that kept trying to jump over our linemen.
Yeah.
But the one guy caused Wirfs to get carted off the field.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be doing that.
Which he's going to be okay. He's just going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Devin White said in his press conference afterwards, it really wasn't a press conference, was it? More they caught him in the locker room. Yeah. He said that Wirfs was fine. He was in the shower, smiling, and he was fine, walking around. So maybe he won't even be out 3 to 4 weeks. We don't know. Mm-hmm. But it's good. He's not done for the season, so that's good.
Oh my gosh, who's going to play in the meantime?
Josh Wells.
No.
I know.
He came in a jumbo package, immediately gets a false start penalty. You're like, come on.
Yeah. So, we've got injuries. SMB and Winfield are day-to-day right now. Don't know about Carlton Davis, but yeah, Dean, Winfield, SMB, Carlton Davis, Dean. All of them went out injured in this game at some point. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. We did get 4 sacks and 1 interception, although the interception was a Hail Mary at the end of the half, so, didn't really matter. And speaking of not really mattering, this game doesn't matter. I know it's upsetting to everybody. It's upsetting to me, but in the grand scheme of things, this game means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was an AFC game, AFC opponent. Everybody in our division lost except the Panthers, so they're all still a game behind us. We're still winning the division, and that's all that matters. When it comes down to it, winning this game, all it would have done was given us one more game, more of a padding on our division lead here.
But we do play the Saints next week.
We're going to, man, I ain't even going to say that we're going to stop them because I don't know what this team's going to do. I honestly don't.
What were our score predictions?
I picked 34 points. We get 17. We've gotten 17 like 5 times this year.
I know.
Let's see. You said 27-16.
Okay. Which was close, 23-17 in the other direction.
Yeah.
I think I've done that a few times this season.
Yes. So, the game really wasn't that bad except for the last the last 2 minutes of the first quarter, and then overtime.
I agree.
Other than that, we did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Godwin, he killed it.
Yeah, he had a good game. Ralph wore his jersey.
Yeah, wore Godwin's jersey, so he did great. I was going to wear my Brady jersey. I should have. Brady didn't do too bad. He had a couple bad passes, but he threw some lasers in there, though.
We were 4 of 15 on third down.
Ugh.
But they were 5 for 17. So not much better.
Yeah. 17 third downs, 15 third downs. Ugh, that's too many third downs.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of third downs. How about Devin White? We had 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. We run off 17 seconds on the clock. It was absolutely horrible time management, horrible play calling right there. And, they didn't have to burn timeouts. I think they burned 2 or 1. Anyhow, so we punt down the ball. It was a bad punt. They get it. It was a good return. They ended up at the 40, like about the 46, or 46, something like that. And they run the ball. They run the ball, and their first run, I think they got like 6 yards. And then isn't that when Chubb popped off that like 26-yard run to the left? You're just like, what are we doing? Everybody knows this is a running team. How does you don't stop the run? I don't get it. I don't know. Especially let him get 26 yards. He got down to the 12-yard line with, a minute left on the clock.
I know.
You're just like,
go 12 yards.
Yeah. So, but anyhow, then we stop them. I mean, we stopped them. They had to go for it on 4th and 10.
I know.
4th and 10.
I know.
That should have been game with 30 seconds left.
I know.
Or
That one hurt.
That one really hurt. And they put out 5 wide receivers. We only rushed 4. That was stupid, if you ask me. Here it is. Todd Bowles is known for his blitzing, and we did quite a bit of blitzing in this game. About average, I think, maybe a little less than we normally do. But that's when they're going to throw the ball. And they, this is their last chance. Make them be desperate. But what they did was they put 5 wide receivers out. They go out. We had 7 guys in coverage, and they threw it to the guy Devin White was covering.
And Devin slips.
And Devin, falls down. I mean, it was a great catch by Njoku, but he didn't have to. He could have thrown it right in his chest. Devin White was on the ground, basically. Why? We had 2 safeties. Where were they at? What? Why was Devin White alone with Njoku in the post? I mean, you're just like...
He's not the best in coverage.
No, he's not the best in coverage.
That's not his strong...
No.
Ugh.
And where were the safeties? They should have been helping him. Did they go to the outside? I don't know. We'll have to see it on the All-22, man. Because there wasn't nobody around. There was nobody around. It was Devin White, one-on-one with the tight end. That should never happen in a do-or-die situation. God.
So would you blame play calling there?
Yes, I would. I would definitely blame play calling because we should have blitzed. Devin White is a blitzer. Damn it. He's not a coverage guy. And that is the one time where you blitz. You blitz on a 4th and 10. I just you don't want to give them time to sit and wait for somebody to get open. You want them to have to throw the ball fast and under pressure because they're going to make a mistake. That's what you're hoping for.
It's not like they were strong against the blitz the whole game. No. We had 4 sacks.
4 sacks.
We could have made it. We could have got it 5th.
And then Todd Bowles in his press conference, they asked him after the game, and then they asked him today both. It's like, hey, did you really think about maybe calling a timeout there at the end of the 4th quarter? Maybe little something there. And he's steadfast. No, he even said today. He said that Tom Brady could have thrown an interception. Yeah, and I mean,
the lowest interception rate in the league. He doesn't throw interceptions.
Lowest interception rate and lowest sack rate, but we ended up giving up 3 sacks.
So you're blaming Tom Brady. basically. Like, oh, we didn't have a whole lot of faith in Tom Brady.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I don't think that was his excuse, but I think he was basically saying, hey, look, if we're going to do hypotheticals, then Tom Brady could have thrown an interception.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even make sense. It's like, yeah, so what if he throws an interception? Who cares? Mm-hmm. It's the end of the game. You know?
Better than going to overtime and losing. And in overtime is when Tristan Wirfs got hurt.
Yep. Yeah, that's how I felt. I felt like we were okay. We were just like, yeah, we'll just go in overtime. Who cares? You want to have the confidence, but overtime is like the playoffs. It's a totally different beast. Mm-hmm. You can't make a mistake.
You're basically restarting the game. I mean, you're both on the same
it's sudden
playing
death,
field.
basically.
Yeah, and it's sudden death.
So you can't screw up. You don't want to go into overtime. Bowles is so different than Arians. Not just in his press conferences, not just in his demeanor, but in his play style. Because, I mean, no risk it, no biscuit. Bruce Arians would have been like, yeah, okay, we got 30 seconds left. We're going deep.
Chunk it.
3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, we did.
I know.
We did go, we got that 26-yard, 28-yard pass to Julio Jones, but then we had 8 seconds left. It was just like.
I mean, and Chris Godwin was on fire the whole game. Like, him and Brady seemed to be connecting, whereas they've had issues earlier in the season.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they were horrible at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. So they had a good game. Yeah. Why wouldn't you keep that up?
Right? Man. I don't know, man. There's something wrong with this team.
But we've been saying this all season.
All season. But I think after the first game, we were okay, week 1. Maybe even after week 2, because we went 2-0. We got to remember that. We went 2-0 to start the season. And then the wheels fell off. There's really the Pittsburgh game where everybody just went, what?
What is going on?
Is this reality? Man, this is how I've been all day long. Just like, oh, man, what? Huh?
What is happening?
Man. I had 2 weeks to prepare for this game against a 3-7 team that has 2 offensive weapons and 2 defensive weapons. 4 out of 22 players.
Oh, man.
We have more offensive weapons in our receiving core than they do in their whole team.
I know. We have more riding the bench.
Yeah. I think we got better tight ends than they do anything. I don't know, man. But, the fans are calling for Leftwich to be fired.
I don't understand that. I don't.
I get why they're upset and everything, but is he even the play caller? I don't know. Was he the play caller? Has he been the play caller? I mean, because we know Arians was in the mix there. We know Moore is in the mix there. I don't know how much he does with play calling, but we know Tom Brady has a lot to say into what plays are called. We know he's in control of whether it's going to be a run or pass at the line of scrimmage. He can do the audibles. We know that. But, he talked about how him and Byron would sit and go and do the play sheets, and then Bruce Arians would come in and circle the ones he didn't like or whatever. So we know that Tom Brady and Leftwich at least collaborate. And I'm telling you, I don't think if Leftwich called in a play that Tom Brady didn't like, he's going to say no. So I don't think all the blame could be put on Leftwich.
I don't think so either. I mean, honestly, I really don't know how much control he even has.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
When has he really had control of the offense of this team? I don't think he really ever has. 100% control? No. And, that's the thing. Blame can be passed around to everybody. You can say Mike Evans. You can say Tom Smith. You could say to Devin White even, if you wanted to. The secondary, Carlton, all this. But when it comes down to it, when you have this many screw-ups across the team, you've got to say it's leadership, and that's Todd Bowles. Now, I think Tom Brady is having a tough time this year, personally. We've had a lot of stuff with this team. Kate Otten, his mom died. Devin White, his dad died. Tom Brady's going through the divorce, blah, blah, blah. So, we got some personal issues that are deeply impactful personal level to these guys. But when it comes down to it, Todd Bowles is in charge of getting all these guys on the same page and working right. And he's not doing it. He's got to do something. He's got to do something. I don't think firing Byron Leftwich is going to help. I don't think firing anybody's going to help. I think he's got to look deep into his soul and figure out something he's not doing is not right, or he's got to figure out something to do that is right.
I think he just needs to ask Bruce Arians. Ask for help. Ask somebody. Get some advice, I
wonder how much Bruce Arians is involved in all this. Don't know.
It seems like he's been banished to the front office. I don't know. But we could certainly use some of that energy and that experience.
Yeah, Arians had this way of making guys want to play hard, but at the same time making them scared to death of him calling them out publicly, I think. But Bowles should do that. I mean, Bowles should. I'm a big fan of accountability, and Bowles talks about accountability. And the Buccaneers have a big sign up at One Buc Place that says accountability. We're all in this together, basically. And you hear him talk about it, but I don't hear anybody being held accountable. Now, with Arians, you heard he would call players out every single time. Every press conference, he was like, this guy did crappy. This guy missed this block. This guy dropped this ball, blah, 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 blah. And Todd Bowles is up there at the podium basically saying, we didn't tackle well. We didn't execute well. We didn't play well.
Every game.
We got to coach better. You're like, that's not accountability, man. So I don't know. I don't know. If I knew the answer, I'd be writing letters to One Buc Place. I don't think anybody knows. No,
I think everyone's emotional and they just want somebody's head on a spike.
Right. Well, we've had 3 games this year, like I said, Pittsburgh, Carolina, and the Browns, that we should have won going into it. There should have been no questions about it. We should have won those games just on paper. And we lose them all in kind of humiliating fashion. And it hurts. So everybody is, all emotional about it. And like I said, Tom Brady's going through his own stuff. And, he's been seen in the locker room very despondent, depressed after games and all this good stuff. I thought we had turned a corner. The team seemed like they were jovial, and Tom Brady was finally smiling and all this good stuff. And then we won the Rams and we've won at the Seahawks. I thought, this is it. We're back on track. And in this game, I didn't see Tom Brady smile the whole game. He seemed a little frustrated at times. And, normally you'll see him kind of bullshitting on the sidelines or whatever. You didn't see that in this game at all. He's just kind of sitting there. And I don't know. You got the whole divorce stuff going on. You've got that FTX stuff. He's got the lawsuit against him. Who knows, man? Who knows?
Well, I think also all our fun players are gone. JPP, Gronk, was a real uplifting presence. So I think that has something to do with that.
Yeah, and Shaq Barrett being gone. That's a big one. He was a fun-loving guy. I don't know. Nacho's supposedly a fun-loving guy. So. Don't know, man. Do not know. And it's really boggling. It's boggling how we go from being the high-scoring offense last year to one of the worst-scoring offenses this year, and nothing's really changed. We changed a couple offensive linemen. We lost Gronk. That's basically it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason why we should be doing this. It's something. It's mental. I'm telling you. There's something going on with this team. But here's a weird thing. Okay, we fly to Munich, Germany. We played the Seattle Seahawks. It was a great game for us. It was actually a good game for them, too. They played well. It was a tough game, physical game. It was a great stadium. Everybody was just really enjoying it. We come out of that looking good, uplifted, all that good stuff. Seahawks, not so much. We both have bye week. We both go into the next game, week 12, playing crappy teams. Seahawks had to play the Vegas Raiders. I think they're 3-7 too. Basically the same thing as the Browns. They're a crappy AFC team. And we both, us and Seattle Seahawks, go into overtime with both teams and lose.
Oh, they did?
Yes, on a big play.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, they lost Josh, oh God, what, the running back, Josh Jacobs. Had that big 90-yard run right up the middle. Mm. Yeah. We had that big 46-yard pass. So maybe it's not the team. Maybe it's just something about going to Germany and coming back, because the same thing happened to Seattle.
But we had 2 weeks to prepare for this.
They did too.
Get adjusted.
They had 2 weeks to prepare for the Raiders, who are limping.
I don't know. I don't know
either.
I feel like, I'm going to say this, Debbie Downer over here. I am concerned about the playoffs. I don't feel like I think we can make the playoffs, but I think
we're going to lose quickly.
How are we going to win playing like this in the playoffs? Like, you can't play like this in the playoffs. We got to get it together. And though it's getting, that time is getting shorter, we don't have a whole lot of time left. So.
Yes, this is true. We got 5 games left.
They got to figure it out, man. And really, we looked at it, the remaining schedule, and we're like, oh, we might have like one loss in there.
Yeah, I was thinking the 49ers.
Yeah, me too. So we got to play the 49ers in 2 weeks. We got to play this week. We got to play the Saints on Monday Night Football. I know. So it's, maybe get it together. We got to get it together.
Maybe that's the thing, too. Because, I mean, you got to figure we played the Dallas Cowboys week 1. We played well, and we beat them. Dallas Cowboys, as their record shows, good team, you know? And we played the Ravens, but they've kind of gone downhill ever since we played them. But we really haven't played that many good teams. Maybe we're just, look, I'm trying to come up with as many excuses as I can find. Maybe we're playing down to the level of our opponents, and it's infecting our team.
It's something from the inside.
Yeah.
There's a rot on the inside.
Oh, man. Don't know, man.
I don't know.
How many times have we said that in the past 24 hours?
I don't know,
man. I don't know. What's going on? Well, the good news is, worse is, he didn't break anything. He'll be fine. We might miss him for a few weeks. He'll be back for the playoffs. Jensen will be back for the playoffs, hopefully.
Do we know what's wrong with him?
No, we never did find out.
They won't say. It's the weirdest thing.
Leg stuff.
It's his leg. His leg hurts.
Shaq Barrett, he's gone for the season. That sucks. But, just all these injuries and just, but we're fine. We're fine. Come on, man. We could do this. Get out of this gunk. But I remember in 2020, the same thing happened. Remember, we went into the bye week thinking we suck. We thought there was no way we were going to make the playoffs. We had lost 3 out of the 4.
I think our record was better.
I think it was. I think we were 7-5 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But we had started off like 4-1 or something. We were killing it, and then we just stank it up. We were doing horrible, and then we came out and just. And then our playoff run was incredible. Once we got to the playoffs, man, we were just like boom, 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 just knocking people out at their house, in their face. So, you never know. Every week's a different week. Every game's a different game. We just got to be more consistent. And we didn't play bad in this game until the last bit when it counted.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part. We broke down when it mattered. How does Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones not get a first down to run out the clock? How does that not happen?
Yeah.
It's baffling to me. Baffling. I mean, there's something off by it with Evans.
All season.
And
Is he Team Giselle? Is that what it is?
Oh, no. You're horrible. He's only had he hasn't had a touchdown in 5 weeks. It's the longest streak of his career. Oh, man. What's going on? Anybody know? Let us know. Because we have no idea. That's why I'd say I've got to lay it all at Bowles' feet. I think, yes, Brady is not as good as he has been. He's got his own personal issues going on. I think that it is affecting him. He's not the leader he needs to be, but that's when Bowles needs to step up, or Bowles needs to find somebody to step up. Something.
Yeah, somebody else needs to step up. And we've talked about this before. I mean, we lost a lot of good leaders. Sue on the defense, JPP, both of those guys. Gronk, maybe not necessarily a leader, but someone who, I don't know. I would say Tom Brady is right-hand dude.
Yeah.
His first mate.
His hype man.
Yeah.
Like Josh Wells is Tristan Wirf's hype man. I don't know if you watched it in the current, he's always on the sidelines hyping Wirfs up.
It was cool.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, okay, I can understand why we have him kind of, but maybe don't put him on the field. He's okay.
Oh, man. All right, we're going to cut this one short. We got a football game to go watch. So, and plus I'm starving. You got anything else to say?
No.
All right, guys. It's not the end of the world. It feels like it, but it's not. Yeesh. Man, come on. I just want to watch good football. That's all I'm asking. That was not good football. Did not like to see us break down in overtime like that. The last 2 minutes of the game and then overtime. It was just bad football. Ah! All right.
Okay.
Till next time. And next time is the Saints Monday Night Football for the Buccaneers. It's not the next time we're going to do a podcast, most likely, but that's our next game. Everybody think positive thoughts. We're going to do this. We're going to embarrass the Saints on Monday Night Football. Dang it. Or my name's not Ralph.
Is it at home?
I want to say it is, yes. So that'll be the fact check follow-up.
Okay.
All right, guys. Till next time.
Go Bucs.